You know what I'm saying?
Brother
I
Shaka,
oh, yeah.
Let me say this before I go. You are one of the most dangerous brothers in our community. Why? Because he has been listening for a long time, and when you say something, he's going to say, "Wait, but you said this on this day. Here's the video."
And he's going to have the documentation.
He is one of the most dangerous brothers in our community. And so I'm excited that you're here. I'm excited that Soneta's audience now knows about you. He was talking to me about Shaka. I thought he was talking about Shaka almost for a second. Because Soneta love him some Shaka Ma'at forever. So I'm just honored that now we have a more global. I know Rob Moore was kind of making a joke, but he was also making a comment. The reality is that this internet is going to allow Africans all over the world to connect on our interest, and that is powerful. That is powerful.
Yes.
I'm honored to be on. I promise I will communicate with you. I'm watching your shows ardently, Shaka. So whenever you would like me to come and chat with you privately or publicly, please let me know.
Yeah.
Okay?
I hope you're doing well. The title of this live stream is E.A. Wallis Budge corrected by a Hebrew Israelite. Open panel, Q&A, free talk. Let me check the sound quality. Sounds good on my end. Let me get a fair use disclaimer out of the way. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. And you have the link to the video called Kemet Ma'at, which has over 400,000 views. The link to get on the panel is there. You need to use a webcam. And for those that don't know, the chat is open to members only. You have the link to become a supporter if you want to. Otherwise, you have the link to get on the panel. So, I'm going to deal with this, get this out of the way. See, first I thought about naming that Hebrew Israelite, but I changed my mind. I was like, you know what? Hey, he's been scared anyway. I addressed him and tagged him a few times. So, let's deal with this. It's been pseudo, but most Hebrew Israelites are, so let's go.
Right now.
All right, go ahead.
Right now. Everybody see the new screen? Can everybody see the new screen? Everybody can see. I don't want to proceed till everybody sees it.
They can't see.
Does everybody see my new screen? All right, hold on.
Gotta make that bigger.
Does everybody see that? I'm gonna make it nice and big.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make it nice and big.
There you go. All right.
Is that nice and big?
Right.
All right. Also, let me show the people this. Does everybody see that that citation next to Seker that says Palermo stone.
Palermo steel, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the Palermo stone. Let me show you guys something. Hold on.
Some of you know this Hebrew Israelite. It's been pseudo for a long time, you know, but this time it's going to take it up a notch.
Brother Garfield, you with me?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm going
to walk you down this road real slow. You ready for this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
I wasn't going to do this. I had no intention of doing this with you. Like, I'm holding back with you, to be honest. There's a lot more that I could show in terms of the primaries, but I'm trying to bring it out for Jabari. But I just know that Jabari can't deal with Medu Neter. So even if I bring it out now, it probably doesn't matter. But remember you asked me earlier if I had a primary for Seneferu and him having Nubians as captives?
Right. Mm-hmm.
I got the primary right here, brother Garfield, and it's in the Palermo stone. The Palermo stone actually mentions the campaign of Seneferu going into Nubia and capturing slaves. And he calls them in the language, not Hem, which is the title of Jabari, not a Bak, which is an everyday servant or laborer, but he calls them Seker Ankh, which is a captive for life. This is what he calls the Nubians when he catch them. That's why you see it here. It says Palermo stone or Palermo.
You know, it's funny to me that he translates that as captive for life. You know, doesn't translate it living captive, but captive for life. But we can continue. Hold on, I have to plug this. Battery is about to go down. Then we can continue. Andrew Burnett is in place to be.
Palermo stele. That's the Palermo stele right here. By the way, you talking primary evidence? I'm holding a replica of it in my hand. You don't get more primary than that.
So you're saying on that stele that you have,
you don't get more primary than a replica. Congratulations. Let's keep the positivity.
right there, it talks about that in detail.
Yes,
Okay.
in detail. Now watch this. The term Seker denotes a couple of things. First and foremost, if you pay attention to some of the determinatives, you can see the different ways that it's used. One way that it denotes is that it denotes someone who's going to be beat or struck. As we know, captured prisoners are beat. Sounds familiar? The transatlantic.
Yeah, that he's talking about the transatlantic slave trade, right?
Slave trade. As we know, captured prisoners are beat. Sounds familiar? The transatlantic slave trade. You weren't just captured and enslaved, but you got a beat down.
Now, this word is a verb. So talking about somebody that's about to be beat, right? It says to beat, it says to strike, it says to fight. But let's continue.
When you don't follow instructions, you don't do what we say, you're going to beat down. So the term Seker covers all that. It's not just saying captive. It also goes into how people are being beat physically. Then it talks about a captured prisoner. But let's get down to this term Seker Ankh. This is Sekerah, which is again a prisoner or a captive. Now watch this. This is Sekeru, which is the plural form to denote captives in the plural form. And now watch this. This is the Seker Ankh. Seker Ankh. You have the term Ankh.
Now, he's going to tell you that he's using E.A. Wallis' Budge book. And you will hear us say what you have in the title. You know, when I come up with the title, it's no cap. Now, at the bottom, what does it say? A combatant captured alive. A combatant captured alive. It doesn't say a combatant captured for life.
And Seker. And of course, again, you see Palermo stone. Why do you see Palermo stone? Because if you check the record, it is on the Palermo stone that the Nisut called Seneferu goes into Nubia and kidnaps Nubians. I don't think nobody volunteered to come to Kemet as slaves. Kidnapped them. Also, by the way, does that sound familiar? Kidnapping and enslaved? I'm proving my point.
Now, kidnap and enslave. Where do you see enslaved there?
All the way, by the way. And I'm glad, because you don't have a race in this horse. You should be honest enough to know that I'm on point right now when I'm speaking.
Zion Lex, you have rarely been on point when it comes to history. You are pseudo and you've been pseudo and you've been running. You are a coward like most Hebrew Israelites, and you are very comedic. Zion Lex, do you believe that the Exodus story happened? Do you believe that the Exodus is a historical story? Do you believe that Moses existed and he was in Egypt and he left Egypt with his people and the sea parted in two, and then the Pharaoh and his army died in the water? Do you believe that, Zion Lex?
A Seker Ankh is a prisoner for life. But I want you to note something. I'm going to deal with something.
Where is it written? He made up a translation. Hebrew Israelites make up artifacts. They they make up historical facts, and now we have, you know, some translation being made up by the homie.
Something in the dictionary. Budge calls a Seker Ankh a combatant captured alive. Or he defines a Seker Ankh as someone who is a captive that was caught alive. Now, let me ask you guys a common sense question. Can you be described as a captive if you're dead? I want the audience to type 1 in the room if a captive is somebody who's dead. But if a captive is somebody that's always living, type of 2. Who brings back dead captives? When you call somebody captive, it's because you're restraining them. You don't need to restrain the dead. So Seker Ankh is not a captive.
So when there was war, people never brought back bodies of deceased people, you know, apparently, right?
Who is alive or a living captive, but it's the other definition of Ankh, because remember, Ankh also means life. So Seker Ankh is someone who is held captive in perpetuity for life, because obviously it can't mean one who is captured alive, because you wouldn't speak of bringing back a captive that's dead. In fact, there's no need to bound somebody and make them a captive if they're dead. So Seker Ankh, let me just finish this last point. I want to show. I'm teaching right now, so I want to show the people what I do. So we're describing right now. Seker Ankh is descriptive of someone held in bondage for life. So you asked to see it in the dictionary, brother, and there you go.
You asked to see in the dictionary, and there you go. He's using a E.A. Wallis Budge dictionary. He's making up a definition, right? So he's coming up with his own translation, right? Which is really an interpretation. It's really something that he made up. It's his own personal opinion, right? And he says, there it goes. And he does that live on air.
All right. Now, it says right here, but do you have another dictionary that talks about this? Because if we go by the dictionary, we're reading it, because you know Jabari going to chop this up and said, it doesn't mean that, brother. You're adding on. So I'm asking you, does any of the dictionaries say that it says captured for life? Because then you're adding on to it. And I know hold on. Let me finish. I know you have your own explanation and you're making sense, but I'm trying to figure out if it says a combatant captured alive, who is Zion Lex now to say, hey, it means this? So go ahead.
I'll tell you why. First and foremost, we're in Wallis Budge's dictionary. That's number.
Said it. This is Wallis Budge dictionary.
For one. Secondly, there's a name in this dictionary that I could take a screenshot and show you also, which is read as Nimrod. And Wallis Budge says it's Nimrod. Everybody knows that Wallis Budge, his translations are out of date.
So I've been telling you that I'm not the first one. I'm not the only one, right? So this Nimrod that he talked about, we may as well put that in a category of, you know, out of date, outdated, you know, not reliable, you know. anybody want to ride with that, then holler at me. All right. Do we have Nimrod in the meta nature?
They're not
Okay.
accurate. His translations are out of date. He says, I mean, you don't think that Nimrod is a historical person, but in this dictionary, Budge located someone in Egypt who's inscribed on the walls, and their name is Nimrod, and the determinative behind them is a seated
Divinely inspired isn't the place to be.
a deity with the goatee, which represents a venerated ancestor or a deified ancestor. So with all of those proofs, Bud says that this is Nimrod. So it's easy to prove my point because we all know Budge is not credible in his translation. But here's the thing to notice. Seker does denote a
Ibn isn't the place to be, Hotep.
captive prisoner. And we do know that Ankh can mean living, but the primary usage of Ankh is life. When you hear Brother Jabari speak of Ankh, he don't say living, he says life. Everybody knows that. So what games are we playing right now?
Life and all, and anything that comes around that, So it can mean living, it can mean alive, and what have you. You know what I'm saying? So let's continue. He's gonna say that he corrected Budge. He's gonna say it.
I don't have to rely on Budge's definition verbatim. I can correct Budge just like everybody corrects Budge.
He can correct Budge. Dang. And that's the dude who said that Nyame is Yahweh, right? So these pseudo Hebrews are like, can correct Budge. Make that make sense.
And I gave the common sense in how I can correct him. It makes no sense to describe somebody as a captive if they're dead. And in fact, nobody's bringing back a dead body. So we're talking about someone who is held in bondage for life. And that is the...
So he made that up. That's clear. That's established. He made that up. He made that up. That definition for life, captive for life, that's him, right? Because there's a field, there is scholarship, right? And he was asked if there's another dictionary he can use, and then he started blah 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 blah. And like many others, he's been making a living teaching foolishness to black people. He's been making a living teaching foolishness to black people. You know what I'm saying? But hey, more power to him.
primary definition of Ankh. So I don't care how Jabari may try to twist or pull it, because I'm gonna have a field day with him busting his ass throughout this dictionary and any dictionary, because I also got Raymond Faulkner's Middle Egyptian dictionary, and show him how he don't do Medu Neter. So I'm gonna go into all the other terms.
He named another author and another dictionary, right? But notice he did not deal with that translation, right? He didn't deal with that, the definition of that word that he's trying to use to his advantage, because he wants to add some credibility to the Exodus story. The Exodus story is fictional, for those who didn't know, right? It's not established historically. It is folklore. It is a fairy tale. It is not historical at all.
But we gotta save that for him, brother.
All right, but let me ask you this though. But in any other dictionary, does it say what you say it says?
Yes, there is another. Yes, there is another dictionary that says what I say. I will be bringing that when I sit down with Jabari.
All right, cool. All right. Let me see if I got 3 more questions, but let me see what else I want to ask you. Whoa.
By the way, family, let me just use this moment let me just do this real quick, brother. Garfield, family, y'all gotta show y'all love, man. Israelite community, y'all gotta show y'all love. I brought out a lot of information in this live stream, family. I brought out a lot of information, sourced up like a mother, reading the language. How many people can do that, family? Y'all gotta show y'all love. Thumb up the video, share it, like it, donate, family. Come on, we gotta donate, we gotta support. My apologies, brother Garfield. Go ahead.
So that's it. I don't think it's going to deal with that made-up translation of his. So you heard it. It's just out of the way. So feel free, somebody want to holler. You've seen what happened recently. We had some Christian apologists that came through. They talked about the blood of Jesus. Talked about the Ark of Covenant. First, I was told about 5,000 chariots. And next thing you know, we only seen one wheel. You heard about the Shroud of Turin. But feel free. I'll wait a little while. If somebody wants to holler, otherwise it's gonna be a short one. But the things we hear, similar to the Gaga Google, similar to those people who promote white supremacy, and they share that to melanated people. It's just amazing, but it's a matter of fact. It's documented. Now, I have a couple of videos about Prophet Muhammad, and I have many people in the comments, you know, the Twitter fingers. Well, any of you here, feel free. Any topic for that matter. Ibn wrote, at least we found out that ignorance is not a racial characteristic. The Ark of Covenant, 2024. People go live and they publicly claim Andrew Bennett agrees with V. Bennett. Divinely Inspired also finds it funny. The Shroud of Turin, the blood of Jesus, the Ark of the Covenant in 2024. Make that make sense. Ibn wrote, the real Ark of the Covenant is in the George Washington's Masonic Temple, y'all. There is an Ark of Covenant, you know, of course, you know, it's something very recent. That's what they do. That's what they do. But because there are numerous sharing that belief system, they hype each other up. That's what they do. They support each other. Total falsehood. Total falsehood. Now, the dude who came around and got his friend for backup, in the comment he wrote of his live stream, you know, he basically streamed my stream, you know, but I had no problem with that. I told him he can do that, fine. He wrote, wait till we edit it. And then he added something like, you know, we have ammunitions like the military. I'm paraphrasing, but he wrote something like that. It's been about a week, he did not edit anything. But it is what it is. The Ark of Covenant, 2024. What else? But anyway, if any of you believe in the Ark of Covenant, if any anybody believe that there's a there was a piece of fabric that has the blood of Jesus, so oh, you do? Feel free to tell us about it. Feel free to show us. I mean, they showed us something, you know, that looks like, you know, like I said, it looks like popcorns, you know. And we're talking about adults, you know, for those who we're talking about adults. In 2024, we tell you this is the Ark of the Covenant. My goodness. Some stuff, you know. And you know what? A decade ago, I had a discussion with a Christian dude, and he Bennett wrote the drawing was amazing. He disrespected me as well by purpose, by mispronouncing my name on purpose. So I'm going to play a little bit of it. I have to wait for the ad. Did anybody hear about the museum tour? Andrew wrote the drawing, looked like a gorilla to me. Bennett wrote the drawing, was some Hebrews are like, I don't really understand the sentence here. Divinely inspired wrote popcorn, LOL. He should have been ashamed to show that. And he was proud. He was proud.
Because you had quoted that I was in disagreement because you had quoted that he says the black slave for the black slave. Right. And then I just found out today that you made a video in response to me called, I think it's called Africans, Allah loves Africans for sure. And you're quoting several hadith to show that there's racism in hadith and so on. But I still disagree with the root word Abid because it means slave. Because my point is that otherwise Abdallah will mean black of Allah or black slave of Allah, which don't make sense. The root itself means Abid. And the word slave, like for example in America, when we talk about slaves, the slaves working in the field and picking cotton, people will automatically think about black people, but the word slave in English doesn't mean black people. The root actually is like from Slavs, the Slavic people of Europe. And that was my point. I actually made the video, but I just uploaded it earlier, so I wanted to, I thought I might as well call you to talk to you about this and make
no problem.
As well.
First of all, the word abd in Arabic have one meaning, which is the black slave. One meaning.
And that's a lie. That's a lie. The word abid in Arabic doesn't have one meaning, which is a black slave. It's not true. Now, some people use the term abid to describe black people. Yes. But that's not the meaning. Abid means slave in Arabic.
Only. Now, when a Muslim, he says, I am Abdullah, he is humiliating himself, making himself equal to a black slave in the front of Allah. You get the point?
So are you saying right now, you're saying that Abdullah means black slave of Allah?
No, he is making himself, Muslims don't use it this way, as like in a literate word, like a black slave of Allah. No, he is humiliating himself to make himself equal to a abd, which means equal to someone he's a black slave. But he's not saying I'm a black slave.
Now, for those who don't know, the name of Prophet Muhammad's father is Abdullah. See? So you have the root for the word Abid, that we call Abid, that we pronounce Abid. Divinely inspired what he remembers that guy, you know. Now that guy is anonymous, right? So the other guys who talked about, you know, the Ark of Covenant and the blood of Jesus and 5,000 chariots. And you know what's funny is that this other guys, this Christian apologist, they kept talking about evidence. Oh, we have evidence for the Bible. We have evidence for Jesus. They use the word evidence without a pause. And those are guys in 2024 talking about the Ark of Covenant.
Okay, so the word Abid, it means slave. Do we agree on that?
The word Abid means black slave.
Okay, so So when somebody says Abdallah, Muhammad ibn Abdallah, does that mean Muhammad?
It's mean he is emulating. It's mean he is emulating himself to make himself equal to a black slave. That's what it's mean. By doing that, as an example, you know, like.
And you know what's interesting is that this guy, who goes by the name Christian Prince, he's an author, you know. He may have released a second book afterwards, actually, you know. Let me have a look. Oh, he has a few others now, you know. But he comes from he claims that he comes from a Muslim country, an Arabic-speaking country, you see. But what he's saying right now just doesn't make sense, you know, when we're dealing with the Arabic language. But anyways, continue.
Me as a Christian, I can say I am a servant of my Lord, but I will not say I'm a servant of you, you know, because who are you? So I accept to be a servant of my Lord. What does that mean? I'm putting myself down in front of my Lord, right? So the point of it, the point of saying the word, it's not me. I'm being a servant. I'm not, you know, serving coffee and tea to anyone, right? The point is that I am emulating myself, putting myself down in front of my Lord. Correct? Do you agree with that?
I don't agree because you're saying that he's in Arabic, he means he's making himself equal to an adib. But I think it's interpretation when we're talking about the actual literal meaning.
Okay, what is the word for a black slave in Arabic then?
Well, black is aswad.
Black is aswad.
I agree with you though. I agree with you because you pointed out in my video. I agree with you that today, many Arabs, many Muslims, they use that word. And I'm not Muslim, by the way. I just want to let you know. I'm not Muslim and I'm not Christian either.
So why you are making a video about Islam? What I understand from you.
Well, the video, because you have called a radio show that deals with, I thought was dealing with African history, but they have some anti-African rhetoric, such as black means dead anyway. But you just called the show and you deal with black people and you were telling them that you guys deal with Islam. I'm paraphrasing, but you know, Islam hates the African, and there in the Quran, he says in chapter 2, verse 178, he says the black slave for the black slave. And my point is that when I went to look in the Quran, he doesn't say black slave, he says slave, period.
Okay, it says al-abd. Al-abd is the black slave. Al-abd is the black slave. And I can prove my point for you. I can prove my point for you. There's tons of hadith. They are speaking about the price of blood. The price of a blood. And those price of blood, you will see that
this guy just made a mistake. You know, I made a video which, you know, he responded to. I went to the Quran. You heard the chapter, right? He just made that up. He could have said I made a mistake and kept moving on. But a lot of time, you know, you have a lot of trouble that's happening on this planet, and people can call it ego. But a lot of people will not admit when they made a mistake. And it doesn't hurt. You will not lose your life. Some people are in power. And if somebody lets them know that they made a mistake, then they will, you know, deal with that person. They can silence that person, intimidate the person, or even get rid of that person. You know what I'm saying? This guy made something up. But then you're going to hear the rest of the convo. But you're going to see that he's going to be irritated because his mistake is highlighted. You know what I'm saying?
When it's come to someone he is not black, they don't.
For those who don't know what happened, like you heard me say, and I don't know how well you can hear my voice in the video. He went on a BTR, Blog Talk Radio program, or radio show if you prefer, and then he cited that Quranic passage, and then he says in the Quran, he says the black slave for the black slave. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know why, but you know, hey, is the author Christian Prince, and he has been featured in many Christian channels, you know, on YouTube and outside of YouTube as well. You know, even on I saw him on a TV program. But anyway, when I say I saw him, you know, he's anonymous, but he participated. You know,
call him slave. They call him غلام فلان, غلام, you know, because he is good looking, he is handsome, he is white. For them, for the Arab. So for the Muslims, when he is a black person, they say a black slave. As an example, Bilal was a black slave. He was not called never, he was called with such a description. And you will see that the price in Islam for a black man is different from the price of a white man, even though both are slaves. As an example, if I kill a woman, she is a slave, but she is white. And, you know, I kill different women, she is a black slave. Let's say I have an accident in my car. I hit two women, both of them, they are slaves. One of them is white and one of them is black. The price is not the same. The price is not the same. Why the price is not the same?
Can I ask what's the Arabic for the white slave, the female, if she's a slave, if she's white? What's the word in Arabic?
There's many words, you know, specifically they use the word mamluk, which means the one who owned, is owned, mamluk.
Okay, but so you're telling me they never use the word abid for white people?
They use the word abid too. You know, the word abid in general means slavery. The word abid means in general means slavery. But when
see, he admitted his mistake there, right?
That's where I agree with you right now. I agree that it means slavery. I mean, it has to do with slavery in general.
Yeah, but you know, in the language meaning, no, to understand something, you have to go and read what the Quran is saying. And when we read the Quran, we can go and read the explanation, and the explanation is saying that this is what it's mean. It's mean this is what it's mean. You know, it's not up to you. It's not up to me. It's up what the Quran meant to be. Right? Like,
okay, I agree, but in the Quran, there's no, when you say explanation, that would be somebody, if he has made a note, like a scholar, like you used to say, but I've heard one of the debates you had.
Correct.
The thing is that the Quran, it does not mention anything about the black. It just says slave, the slave for the slave. That's all he says.
First of all, okay, why the Quran did not say a slave for a slave without using the word abid? He can use different word. There's many words. Why the Quran chose the word abid? Okay. Abid, it means two things in the same time. Abid means slave, and aswad, and the black, have two meaning. You know, which mean he did not mention only a slave.
One abdu bil abdi.
Well, abdu
about slave. He doesn't talk about
no. Just wait. You know, when you use the word abid, you are meaning two things in the same time. You are meaning a slave and a black in the same time. Well, abdu bil abd will also be on. As an example, just to show you.
Earlier, you admitted, just earlier, a couple of minutes ago, you admitted that they use the word abid for white people as well.
Generally speaking, some people they use, but in the language mean we're talking about the correct way to say things. You know, you will see that always the word abid is coming about the black one, because abid mean two things at the same time. You know, like, you know, in Arabic language is very rich. As an example, when I say the lion have more than 300 names, when you choose one of them, it's not just a name, it's a description. Are you getting my point? You are describing how the
all these descriptions, all these attempts, it reminds me when we deal with the biblical book of Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 28, right? And you heard when they want to focus on different parts, but we're dealing with the part that says, you know, if a man, you know, finds a virgin and, you know, seizes her to fast, grabs her, you know what I'm saying, lay with her, that they translated as rape on the Bible Gateway, which is a very reliable website when it comes to Christianity, or let's say the Bible, right? You know, so they want to make things up. We go by the text. That's what the text says.
The lion look like. Otherwise, you can say Asad, but you can say the Hazabur. You can say different words. There's a lot of words. So, but each one of them is giving you an image, a picture. So Arabic language is very rich, and each word is a description as an image, not just a name. Like in English, the word slave doesn't mean anything. It means slave. Somebody is owned by somebody, you know. But in Arabic,
yes, but if you talk about, excuse me, I'm sorry, but if you talk about America, for example, and you say the slaves, people, they will automatically think about black people. Don't you agree?
you know, because America have a specific history, because they never had a white slave.
Yes.
You know that because they have.
They did have white slaves. It was white people that was coming there. It was people who was in jail from Europe, but they couldn't take the work and the weather, and that's when they decided.
Maybe, but in general, okay, no problem. But this is still not my point. The language we are talking about is Arabic, not English. So in English, if they use the word slave for both, this is their language, this is their culture. We are talking about the Arabic one, and you know what? Just to make it short for you, the whole point is what? Is me saying Islam is a racist religion, correct? Just wait. The whole point is, I am saying Islam is a racist religion. You are trying to say no. Do you agree, or are you agreeing with me?
I'm trying to say that both Christianity, there's racism in both Christianity and Islam.
Where is discrimination in the Christianity? Can you show me?
Yes, it's Genesis chapter 9, verse 20 to 27. It's the curse of Ham. Some people call it the curse of Canaan.
Okay.
Because the son Canaan, who didn't do anything, because he was a Ham who saw Noah's nakedness when he was drunk. And then Noah said, "Cursed be Canaan, a servant." I'm sorry. Hold on. Who's the son again? Shem Japheth.
But where is racism?
That's right. Ham.
Where is racism there?
Yes.
Where is racism? I don't see it.
Okay. Well, but the racism is that when you look at the sons of Ham, you have Cush, and Cush is a Hebrew word. It's a Hebrew word as well as ancient Egyptian word that means black, and it describes Sudan or Nubia. And then you also have Mizraim, and Mizraim, I think you know, is the Arabic word for Egypt, and it's also a Hebrew or Semitic word that describes Egypt. Both Nubia and Egypt were populated by black people at the time.
And so
it's like me, I write a book and I say, okay, cursed be Europe, and the sons of Europe were America, England, you understand? But if you want to take it further, just like you did, you took the Quran, then you went to the Hadith. Now, if we go to the Talmud, now the Talmud is clear. It says...
First, Talmud, first, just wait. Don't mix things up. Talmud is not our Christian. No, we're Christian, we don't believe in Talmud. Secondly, if you go and read the verse, that was a curse. This is not racism, which means, though, you know, you did something, I'm cursing you. And this is what will happen to you. He's telling him the future. I don't see any racism there. And he did not. Just wait. And he is not, this is just wait. He is not cursing him because he's a black. He is cursing him.
Tony Williams is in a place to be.
Because what he did to his father.
Yes, but what did he do?
No, just wait. Doesn't matter. He did make fun of his father. He was cursed for that, not because he's a black.
Does it say in that passage, you know, Genesis, is it chapter 9, that he made fun of his father? Does it say that? Genesis chapter 9, verse 20 to 27. And you know what? That's Bible Gateway, everybody in that website. But you know what? Put the link in the chat. Okay? God's covenant with Noah. It's funny because some people claim that we have the Ark of Covenants picture. So Genesis chapter 9, let's go to verse 20. The sons of Noah. Noah, a man of the soil, proceeded to plant a vineyard. When he drank some of its wine, he became drunk and lay uncovered inside his tent. Ham, the father of Canaan, saw his father naked and told his two brothers outside. But Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it across their shoulders when they walked in backward and covered their father's naked body. Their faces were turned the other way so that they would not see their father naked. When Noah awoke from his wine and found out what his youngest son had done to him, he said, "Cursed be Canaan, the lowest of slaves will he be to his brothers." Now mind you, it was Ham who saw his father, but for a strange reason, the one that's cursed is his son Canaan. So we read that passage, but let's go, up to 27, verse 27, that is. He also said, "Praise to the Lord, the God of Shem. May Canaan be the slave of Shem. May God extend Japheth's territory. May Japheth live in the tents of Shem, and may Canaan be the slave of Japheth." After the flood, Noah lived 350 years. Noah lived a total of 950 years, and then he died. So people used to live close to 1,000 years before. For a strange reason, the lifetime has been divided greatly, if we believe in that. So nowhere does he say that he made fun of his father, for the record, but let's continue.
Racism, I do something to you because of who you are as a color, right? But if because what you did, this is having to do. You see, there are two brothers from same father. One is blessed, one is cursed. Why the other one is blessed because he's white? No, because he did something good. The other one was cursed because he did something bad. And this is totally different story. So you're mixing things up.
Yeah, but the thing is that he didn't do nothing bad. He saw his father while entering the tent. So my point is this. Now you're saying you don't believe in the Talmud, but that's the same people who wrote those stories. Now somebody might say, well, I believe in the Quran, I don't believe in the Hadith. So otherwise it would be double.
No, he did something bad. He did something bad. And instead of covering his father, he went out and he is so excited. He's telling his brothers about what his father is doing. Instead of covering his father,
he was so excited. Did we read that? Did we read that? Genesis chapter 9, verse 20 to 27. We read that. But anyway, let's continue.
Covering the shame of his father, he was excited to go outside and tell the others, hey, come and see our daddy. He is naked. This is what he was doing. So this is why he was cursed, because he did not show respect to his father, and he was not cursed because he's black. So you are trying to occupy the word black there to make it about because he's black, he was cursed. This is false. In the same time...
No, hold on. No, hold on. Don't put words in my mouth. My thing is this. You know about the Talmud, right? You know what it says. It says that because he was cursed, he became black, and his children...
Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Where? What book?
That's the Talmud. That's the Talmud. I don't know how to get into the chat. I could
Talmud, sir, we don't believe in Talmud. Talmud is a satanic book.
Okay, but that's double standard. Then in this case, when you
don't mention to me a book is against me and I'm against it.
Let's say we disagree. That's okay. I have a question for you.
No, just before. Just wait. When the Quran says in the case of murder, the same verse we're talking about. In the case of murder, free for the free, abd for the abd. You said abd is just about black, it's about everyone is a slave. Let us go with this. Is that fair?
Is that fair? Oh, okay, well.
Is that discrimination or this is fair? No, give me a clear answer first before you give me the question about Christ. Give me the clear answer. Is that fair? That a free for a free?
A slave for a slave, yes, that's fair.
This is why it's fair. Why it's fair? Why it's fair? If I'm a free man, I killed a slave man. You kill my slave instead of killing me.
I don't think it says that. But let me.
No. Don't tell me. I don't think so. It says, listen. It says free for the free, slave for the slave. What does that mean? If a free man, a free man killed a free man, who will be killed? Free man. If the one is killed,
it says free for the free, slave for the slave. That means if a free man is killed, then there's a free man that's going to pay. If a slave is killed, then the slave is going to pay. That's equal status.
If
I don't agree with it, but I don't see the unfairness.
What, you don't agree with it, but you don't see unfair. Listen. Okay.
It doesn't say a slave for the free, does it?
It says a slave for a slave, which means if a slave man is the one is killed, the one will be killed instead is a slave man always. Which means regardless who killed the slave, the one who will be killed is always a slave.
You agree with Mushin Khan's translation, right?
I don't agree with any translation, but if you want, you can go to altafsir.com and you can go to chapter 2 verse 178 and go to Al-Jalalain.
He said he doesn't agree with any translation of the Quran. That's amazing. Like he quotes the Quran and he deals with translation, but it's okay. Let's continue.
I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it right now.
I don't care about translation, sir. Listen to me. I'm an Arab. I don't care about translations. No, we don't agree about something. Listen, because I'm telling you the truth as it is. Just wait. Can you go to a page? Can you go to a page on the internet? Just wait. I want to show you what the Muslim says. Just wait. Can you go to in the internet right now to a page, internet page? It's called altafsir.com. altafsir.com. ALTA.
Hold on. It says there. It says in case of murder, the free for the free, the slave for the slave, and the female for the female. That's Mushin Khan. It doesn't say a slave for the free man. It doesn't say like if you.
Okay, just wait. Please. Listen, you're wasting my time. You're wasting my.
So, I was reading the passage that he mistranslated. I told him the translation that I was using, which is Dr. Muhammad Mushin Khan, right? But then he says I'm wasting his time. Okay, fine. Let's continue.
Time. Why you don't go and see what the Muslims explain it? It's not up to you, not up to me. We have. Listen. Don't waste my time. We have a Muslim. This is their religion. Listen. This is their religion. And if they are themselves accepting it the way I'm saying it to you, what's wrong with you? Are you going to change the religion of Islam to make it fit with you?
Please calm down. Just calm down. I'm not here to fight with you. You disagree with the some people might disagree with that website you're giving me.
What website? I'm not giving you a website. This is the book of Al-Jalalain. If it exists in a website, it doesn't make a difference. This is a scholar Al-Jalalain.
That's not the Quran, is it?
This is Quran. This is Al-Quran, and this is the explanation of their scholar Al-Jalalain.
No. Explanation is an interpretation.
Okay. So the Muslim interpretation, listen. If the Muslim interpretation saying if a free man kill a slave, the one will be killed as a slave. Why are the Muslims saying that if the Quran is not saying that?
Why are these people saying this thing about black people in the Talmud? You see, that's double standard.
What does that have to do with my topic? Why you are changing? No. Listen. You are changing. Talmud is a satanic book. We don't care for it. Secondly, in here, we are talking about what the verse meant by the Muslim themselves. If the Muslim consider it this way, all the Muslims agree that this is what it does mean. So who are you or who I am to change what it's mean? If the Muslim says to you, this is my religion, and this is what the verse means, what's wrong with you?
Okay, what's the name of the scholar who made the interpretation?
Al-Jalalain.
So are you telling me that all the Muslims agree with whatever that person says?
Yes, it says it clearly in front of me. Let me read for you. I'm going to read for you word for word.
Well, I never heard that.
I don't care if you. I don't care if you learn. Okay.
Listen to my question.
So are you telling me that all the Muslims agree with whatever that person says?
Are you telling me that all the Muslims agree with what that person says? And the answer is yes.
Yes, it says it clearly in front of me. Let me read for you. You know, I'm going to read for you word for word.
Well, I never heard that.
I don't care. I don't care if you. I don't care. I don't care if you learn. Okay. Can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor? Can you go to my page as long I know how to connect with you? Can you go to my page in YouTube and send me an email there so I can respond to you with the link? Can you do that?
Yes, I could do. I'm sorry, I could do that because I actually made a video to Budge. But I would like to ask you a question about being unfair. Does your God punish the children for the sin of their parents?
No.
Okay. Now you know about the story of David and Bathsheba. When he saw her bathing and he had sex with her, and when she was pregnant, he sent her husband Uriah to war to the front line.
Right.
So then, you know, he could marry her. You know about that story, right?
Right. Okay.
Okay. And then what happened after that? God said, because you have done this, then the child will die.
So what?
Is that fair?
This is not about his sin and my sin. God, he gave a life, he take it any time from all of us. And he will take my life too, and he will take your life too. This is not the punishment. Listen, this is not.
I asked him if his God punishes the children for the sin of their parents. And he said no. And now he's going to make some excuses. Because that took place in the Bible, indeed, with that story with David and Bathsheba.
Not a punishment. This is not a punishment for the child. The punishment is the punishment. Just wait. The child will be in heaven. No, listen. You don't understand. Even if the child he died, the child will go to heaven.
This is another punishment for the child. The child didn't do anything, and he died because of the sin of his father. But now he's saying the child's going to go to heaven. So apparently we're supposed to be okay. You know, you're going to die because of the sin of your parent, but you will go to heaven.
But David is the one who was punished.
And for the record, it doesn't say in the Bible that the child will go to heaven, but you know, everybody's free to make whatever they want.
It is a punishment to die. To what? I wish that the Lord would say to me, die when I was a child and I will go to heaven. Because Jesus, listen, you see, no, it's fair, it's very fair, because simply he will go to heaven. The child will go to heaven. The punishment was a punishment to David, not to the child. You know, God saying the child died doesn't mean that. Doesn't mean.
He didn't kill David.
Sir. Yes. Listen. He did not kill David because the punishment is to make you suffer because of what you did. If he make him die, there's no suffering. So he made the child die, and the father will be suffering for the death of his child. But the child will be in heaven. The child will feel nothing. That's it. He's dead. He's with the Lord. And Jesus, he said, if you don't go and become the same as those children, you will not enter the kingdom of my Father. Which means every child, according to Christianity, is going to go to heaven. Every child. So that child is rewarded. He's not punished. He's going to go to heaven. The father is punished.
The child is rewarded. The child died. In other words, the child got killed, but let's say he died because of his father's sin, and that was a reward. We're getting somewhere.
By suffering, with pain, with sadness over his child. So the child, he have no suffer.
Okay, now, you know Jesus Christ.
Now send me an email, please. Send me an email. Don't waste my time because I want to show you that you are wrong about the topic.
No, please. I'm being nice to you. I'm being courteous. I would just talk to you.
Am I being not nice to you? I want to show you what I'm talking about. I told you to send me an email in YouTube so I can send you back the link.
I'm listening to you, but right now I would like to talk to you. Everybody is
talking. Can't you do it in the same time? Can't you do two things in the same time? Because I want to show you that you are wrong. When I say something, I'm not here to waste my time. Islam have a teaching, and the teaching of Islam is very clear. That the free for the free, slave for the slave. The free man, listen.
If you look at my video, there's many people who claim that the original pharaohs were black, and I disagree with that. Hello?
Who cares what they say?
Hello?
I'm here.
Yeah, and the nation of Islam, many things I am not, but I'm not a Christian either. I'm not a hypocrite.
Sir, this is not my point. You're wasting my time. You're wasting my time.
No,
the point is what Islam is about. Islam is saying that a free man for a free man will not be killed for killing a slave. Do you want me to prove that to you, or you don't want me to prove it?
You did already, but
no, I did not, because you don't want to read for me. You don't want to read for me what the Muslims saying. I can show you all the Muslim interpretation. All of them, they agree that this is what it is.
I've watched your videos today, and the thing you're saying, I've seen you went and quoting different books, so it's nothing new to me. But I would like to ask you about Jesus Christ. Can you name one single archaeological document that mentions his name during his lifetime?
What do you mean?
It's called archaeology. Anybody that's presented as a historical person.
Always, listen. If you wanna prove to me if Christ exists or not, I don't care if you believe or not, because simply this is a stupid argument. With my respect to you, Christ, his name.
My question is not if he existed or not. Is can you name one single?
The Bible, sir. The Bible. The Bible.
No, hold on. What?
Sounds familiar. Now that was a decade ago. And as a matter of fact, over a decade ago, I had issued a challenge to black Muslims, black Christians, black Jews, Hebrews, Israelites. And I asked for a record that mentions Jesus during his lifetime. I asked for a record that mentions Moses during his lifetime. Nothing came up. And very few will be honest and admit that there isn't any. Not that we know of, right? But many will make things up. And you heard a few things. Let us continue.
Your Bible printed. Can you look at your Bible when it was printed?
What is that? What here in printed?
I guarantee you it will be the 80s or the 90s.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What here printed? What do you mean by what here printed? What does that mean exactly?
Because you said because my question was, can you name one single document that mentions Jesus?
We have thousands. We have thousands of scripts, and they exist all over in the world.
We have thousands of scripts, and they exist all over the world. And I'm just simply asking him if he can name some document that mentions Jesus during his lifetime, and he said thousands, and they are all over the world. Andrew is asking, was this person a Muslim or Christian? He's a Christian. His name is Christian Prince. He's an author. He's on Amazon, and he's anonymous, but he said that he comes from a Arab country, Muslim country. You even heard him say earlier he's an Arab. You know, he used to be a Muslim. He grew up as a Muslim, and yes, indeed, Divinely Inspired said, yeah, he's a Christian. You know, so. And it was really hurt. It was really hurt, and he's going to be disrespectful to me, just like those cats, you know, a few days ago, you know.
And your argument is the Dead Sea one, the Dead Sea one, the Dead Sea one. And
so he said there's thousands all over the world, and then I said, can you name me one, please? And he said the Dead Sea one. A few days ago, those Christian apologists, you heard them bringing up the Dead Sea Scrolls as well, right?
Later, just a few months ago, they found one in Jordan, a new one.
But more precisely, a few days ago, I was asking about Moses, a document that mentions Moses during his lifetime. And one of the two Christian apologists that gone on my panel, right, Mutaz, if I'm not mistaken, he brought up the Dead Sea Scrolls, and that's like 1,000 years after the lifetime of Moses.
Older than the Dead Sea, and all of them, they are talking about the Christ, the Messiah.
Yeah. Can you name the name, please?
I don't know what the new. I do not know the new one. What they call it? The new.
And you know what? I'm gonna show you something. I'm going to quote a PhD. I'm putting the link in the chat. Dead Sea Scrolls, Jesus not mentioned. And when you click on that link, that's where it leads you. It's from the book Did Jesus Exist by Bart D. Ehrman, PhD. He's very famous. The Dead Sea Scrolls, which do not mention or allude to Jesus, despite what you might read in sensationalist books, were probably written in the 1st century BCE. We do have the writings of the important Jewish philosopher Philo from the early to mid 1st century. He never mentions Jesus, but we would not expect him to do so, as Christianity had probably not reached his native Alexandria by the time of his death in 50 CE. Whatever one thinks of the mythicist view of Jesus from within Palestine, the only surviving author of the time is Josephus, as we have seen. And Josephus, Flavius Josephus, was born 37. So he was born after the death of Jesus. I'm sorry, I didn't know it was small, but you have it here larger. Okay, so
document.
So
It's written.
name just one single document.
I just told you the Dead Sea. What's wrong with you? I just told you the Dead Sea. I just named one for you.
Okay, what's the date for the Dead Sea Scroll?
What the problem with you now? What is the date? What is the problem?
No, please calm down. Please
No, listen. Okay, listen. There is the Roman Wikipedia. The Roman Wikipedia has many books written in the time of Jesus Christ. I'm not in the stage to tell you what their names. You can go and search them out.
many books written in the time of Jesus Christ. That comes from Christian Prince, an author.
There's hundreds of them, and all of them they agree that
there's hundreds of them. So earlier was 1,000 documents, and now it's hundreds of books written during the Jesus time.
Just wait. At that time, there's a person. His name is Jesus Christ. The Christian believe that he is the Son of God, and he was crucified. And those are the one who written those stories are not even Christians. Those are Roman historians.
Romans, yes. Can you name me one document that the Roman wrote?
You can go and search for them. I'm not going to waste my time to tell you can name for me. What the point of this?
You don't have your answer.
I have answer because the year today. Listen, just to show you how ignorant you are. Just to show you how ignorant you are. The year today is 2001. The year today is 2011. Who is the one who accepted that? Who is?
Now, it seems like the Christian apologists have the same arguments, the same talking points, because a few days ago, those Christian apologists, one of them brought up that point, that talking point. Oh, we are in the year 2000 so and so, and that's from the date of Jesus. So what? In the Muslim world, they don't use these dates, and there's other cultures, where they don't use the same dates that we use. But let's continue.
The one who accepted the date of Christ to be 2011. After what? Who is the one who chose? Who is the one who chose that date? Can you tell me? Who is the one who chose that date? Can you tell me?
It's the Catholic Church.
Not Catholic Church. This is false. This is false. The Roman. Those are the Roman who became a Christian. And when the Roman became a Christian,
Who is the first Christian emperor? Isn't it Constantine?
Yes.
So you've heard about the Council of Nicaea in 325?
We heard. So in the time of Constantine, the Christ name was mentioned to him different name? The Christ story was mentioned to him as different story or the same story as we have it today? Did Constantine became a Christian believing that Jesus Christ is God?
Constantine, in 325, he had the Council of Nicaea, and that's when they chose which book to keep and to leave for the Bible.
No, this is not true. What they did exactly, there was some cult, they are teaching wrong teaching, and this is why they have that meeting, to fight those cults. Like many of them, like as an example, one of them was teaching that Mary, she is considered as a deity of God. So they were fighting that. There's many kind of cult, and they were fighting them, and then they have this meeting to have all the church agree that this is our book, and this is the teaching, and this is the right Christianity. So if all the Christians, listen. So now what you are saying to me, that the Christians, listen. Those Christians who met under the Constantine, those are Christians who use always to be feeding to the animals. Just a few years before Constantine, the Roman used to give them out to the animals to eat them alive. Do you think those people, they would change anything? Somebody who was able, he was willing to be
What
fitted.
you're talking about? Yes, but please, you need to give me a chance to speak. The things you're talking about is all from one book, and you believe in that book. But you believing in that book doesn't make it a fact. Now, when you deal with history, you have to deal with archaeology. You have to deal with records. You cannot give me one name.
Can you give me one name, mention different name against my name? Listen. You see, the one who come with argument, no, we have tons of names. I'm not going to mention them to you because this is silly and this is stupid for me. Because there's tons of websites. Listen. No. I can right now, even if I don't have. Listen. I'm not about being polite. I'm not a polite actually. Who said I'm a polite? When somebody speaks to me stupid, I will say things to him as it is. There's tons of websites. Listen, yes, it is stupid because right now, you can type, you can type two words right now in the internet, and you will find a long list of books. I can do that, but I don't do that because this is stupid to do. Why you don't do it yourself?
Books, but there's no record. Everybody can write a book. I can write a book today.
There's books, but no record. Isn't the books our record, mister? Isn't the books our record? What do you want record to be? You want record to be a message coming from the sky? The books are the record, and you are saying to me there's books, but there's no record.
No. You have copies. You do not have originals. Can you give
we have originals. We have.
Now he says we have originals.
No, we have original, and all of them they match together. If you don't believe it, this is your business. It's your problem.
No, and he said we have originals, but he said all of them match together.
What you're saying. That's why when I ask the date for the Dead Sea Scrolls, you get angry because you do not know, because it's after the events that happened.
What after? Okay, can you provide me something? Listen. Just to show you how ignorant you are. Can you show me something older than those documents? Contradict this?
Yes. And my videos in my account, I show you Ramesses, I show you Amenhotep, before Jesus was even born.
You show me who? Who?
In the Louvre Museum, in the British Museum, if you go to my account, it's IFROSTYLY. I have plenty of videos of archaeology, thousands of years before Jesus was born, and you have those records, and I show you the reference.
Thousands of years before Jesus was born, and they are talking about Jesus?
What do you mean we're talking about Jesus?
I don't know. You are telling me they have a document about Jesus thousands of years before Jesus. I don't understand.
No, you're not listening to me. I said they have documents before Jesus even exists. Just ask me the question, can I tell you something before that time? Yes, I can.
This is not the question, sir. You see, you don't listen. I don't know what you eat, what you drink every day. I say to you, can you find me one document against what the Dead Sea Scriptures saying? Do you have older one? Do you have older one yourself?
Against the Dead Sea? No, hold on. I need to understand your question. Can I tell you one document against the Dead Sea? Is that your question?
Yes, older than them, older.
Oh, yes. Well, for example, the Papyrus of Ani in the British Museum.
What is that? This is the book of who?
People call it the Book of the Dead, but they misnamed it. It's called the Third and Heru. That's what it is.
Okay, this is the book of who? Okay, what that book is saying, and the one who is the book? Who made that book? Okay, well, just wait. Who made that book, and what this book is saying?
Yes, the ancient black people, Africans, they wrote that. For example, the Ten Commandments, they copied the principles of Ma'at, and then they took 42, and they took about 9 or 10 of them to make the Ten Commandments. It's called plagiarism.
I understand. So you are saying in that book, the Ten Commandments, there are more than 10 Commandments?
I'm saying that there's 42 principles of Ma'at, and they took some of them and they came up with the Ten Commandments. And I made videos about this.
So what that proves to you? So what that proves to you? Nothing.
Well, that proves to me that they copied stories from all the places, all the cultures.
No. Copy stories from where? Copy stories from where? Listen. Listen. Copy stories from where? Just wait. You need to tell me. They copy story from who? The Christians copy story from who? Can you tell me? Hello?
The creation. Yes.
From who? From who? They copy it from who?
The creation. They copied it from many people. But
from who? Really? From many people? From who?
Listen. In the Bible.
Okay, I will challenge you. Listen, I will challenge you. I will challenge you. Listen, I will challenge you. No, I will challenge you right now. I will challenge you right now because the book of Genesis, sir, the book of Genesis is not made by Christians. It's not made by Constantine. You see how confused you are. You see how confused you are. You are talking the Christians, they change when the book, the Genesis book, is not even the book of the Christians. This is the book of the Jews.
Oh, so you don't believe in the Bible now?
No, we believe in the Bible, you idiot. We believe in the Bible, but you are accusing the Christian who changed it. When the same book exists for the Jews, and the Jews exist before the Christians. You see how stupid you are? You are telling me about Constantine. Listen. You are telling me about Constantine. Is Constantine the one who told them how to write the book of Genesis?
Okay, where is the original for the book of Genesis, please? Can you tell me?
It exists. We have them all in the Hebrew scriptures.
So I asked him, what's the original for the book of Genesis? Can you tell me, please? And he says it exists. So, you know, when you speak with Christian apologists, you're just making many discoveries, which I claim for the most part, you know, they can never, you know, show and prove or, you know, put up. Some people say put up or shut up, you know. But the so-called conscious community, you know, with those Hebrew Israelites and others, you know, it's the same. They be making a lot of claims they don't put up, you know, just make stuff up.
Listen. You're stupid argument because you are mixing things up.
Divinely inspired, but when defeated, pseudos always resort to ad hominem attacks. Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do. But a lot of time, Abrahamic believers, they get disrespectful because they feel superior. A fair bit of time is because they feel superior. If they want to disagree, when I said that they feel superior, then I would say that they feel that the others are inferior, those who don't share the same belief system as them. Because they believe that their writing, their scripture comes from God. That is the word of God. So they can never be wrong.
The difference between Constantine and the book of Genesis. You do not know the difference between the creation and the Ten Commandments. You are making
and you see, oh, here's the book. The Papyrus of Ireland is in the British Museum. That's in London.
This is something you created, and this is something what you are saying is an absolute lie. I challenge anyone to show me the story of a creation in different religion. If they are copying from us, this is their story. As an example, I will show you how some stupid people like you, what they say. As an example, somebody will say, oh, Buddha had the same story as Jesus. Correct? This is what they say. The fact is a false. The fact is false.
You're trying to escape.
The fact is a false. And you are the one who is trying to escape because you could not provide me anything.
No, I didn't.
In that book you mentioned. Okay, listen. I want you to read for me from that book, please. Okay, listen. I want you.
Now, I did a quick live stream, and I was talking about some techniques, some tactics of Christian apologists, you know, and really, like I said, you know, it's many Abrahamic believers. You notice he barely lets me speak, you know. That's one of the tactics that they have also, you know. And usually they can do that comfortably on their platform, on their panel. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes just because they feel superior or they feel like you are inferior, so whatever you say doesn't matter. But a lot of time they're just trying to, you know, trying to find some, you know, some fault, you know, trying to trap you, you know what I'm saying? And in the so-called conscious community, you have that a lot, you know. You have people, you feel like it's a questionnaire, right? And a lot of times they don't even like to answer questions themselves. But it is what it is. You heard? Abdul, shish kebab. Getting disrespectful. Just like those two Christian apologists. Well, it's one really, one who got disrespectful. Then on the panel, and you've seen in the chat, there were many who got disrespectful, right?
I want you to read for me the story of creation from that book. Go ahead.
Which book?
The one you mentioned, the one you said you are copying from it.
It's in the book, it's in the third Eru. It's called the Book of the Dead.
No problem. I don't want to remember the name because it's false. Read for us what it says. Go ahead.
Listen, you don't have time. Now you have time.
No, I have time because I want to show everybody that you are a liar. Read for me. Isn't it you who said you want to tell me, you want to show me? Okay, read for me what that book is saying.
I told you about my act. I told you about the 10 Commandments.
I don't care. Read for me. Listen, I will show everybody you are a liar. You told me the story of creation. Don't change now. Don't change.
He says, I have not done iniquity. I have not robbed. Thou shalt not steal. I have not stolen. That rings a bell. I have not made any piece of pain. I have not defrauded offerings. I have not done murder. Thou shalt not kill. That rings a bell. I have not trimmed the measure. I have not spoken lies. Thou shalt not lie. I have not caused the shedding of tears. I have not dealt deceitfully. I have not acted guilefully. I have not laid waste to the land. I have not set my lips against anyone. I have not been angry or wrathful without a just cause. I have not lusted nor defied the wife of any man. Thou shalt not covet your neighbor's wife. That rings a bell. I have not polluted myself. I have not caused terror. And it's many more. It's 42.
So what?
You see?
So what? Let us say there are 100. So what?
Well, you know the word chronology? Do you know that word?
No. Listen, all religion says you shall not kill, you shall not murder, you shall not do that. So if they have same teaching, doesn't mean they are copying from each other, sir. As an example, just wait. The British Museum, I heard about the British Museum. Listen. All the religions supposedly, they teach good manner. Do you agree?
You just said that Islam don't. You said that
No, just wait. Yes, Islam is because if a cult copy a cult, they will put some good manner there to deceive you. Don't change the topic now. Don't change the topic. I said all religion in the world, as an example, the Buddhas and the Hindus, they say the same. If now we open the book of the Hindus and we find them saying, you shall not murder, does that mean that we are copying from them?
Well, the proof is that the document is in the British Museum, but you
So what if it's a British Museum? Look what this guy. So what if it's a British Museum? I'm telling you now, I'm asking you logic. If they have something teaching good manner, that book, whatever that book is, so what? If it says you should not murder, and my Bible says you should not murder, does that mean I'm copying from them?
Yes, it's called plagiarism.
So now you want me to change my book and make it. Listen. So you want us to change what morality is about and make it you should murder, and then you will say this is not the same book.
Listen, who is the pharaoh of the Exodus?
Listen. Don't change the topic. Don't change the topic. If somebody is saying you should not commit adultery, listen, yes, you change the topic. If somebody agree with us, if somebody was 5,000 years ago and agree that a human being should not commit murder, does that mean we are copying from him? By your logic? This is your logic.
Okay. Where is the original then? Where is your book?
We have it right now in the front of your hand. This is the original.
No, yes.
Do you have order? If you have order, show me. Listen. Shish kebab. Listen, Mr. Shish kebab. Mr. Shish kebab. Do you have order that we have?
Be respectful.
I am not respectful. I don't respect you because you are a liar. I'm asking you, do you have original?
Okay,
do you have something against what I have?
You're the one who said that it is black slave, and it doesn't say black slave in the Quran.
It says that, and you are a liar, and this is why you don't want to read. I change you right now. Listen. You are a stupid liar. I'm calling you names because you are. I change you right now to send me an email, and I will make you read it by your own eyes.
No, hold on. Yes, but the email is later. I'm talking to you now.
No. I want you to read it right now. No, email me now because I want to give you the website right now. Are you there?
How can I download this show?
Listen, download the show, the Shish Kebab. Listen, why you don't want to read no more? How come you jump right now? We were talking about the Bible. You jump right now to the Bible, the Quran, and you are saying, I am saying it is black for the black, or it's not. Now listen, I'm trying to talk to you. Listen, I'm not trying to talk to you. I'm going to bust you right now. I want you to send me an email and I will make you read the Muslim explanation about the verse.
Send you an email where?
In YouTube, yes, because I want to send you the link.
What?
I want to send you the link so you can read it right now. How I'm going to communicate?
Didn't you get the message I sent you by 2 months ago?
2 months? You want me to go back and search for 2 months? We are talking right now, you idiot. Listen, Abdul. Listen, don't be stupid with me. Do you want me to show you the evidence that you are stupid and a fool right now? Give me an email on YouTube. How I'm going to communicate with you?
So you're saying that Abid means black, right?
Yes, right. Listen. I want to just wait, Abdul. Shish kebab, big potato. Shish kebab. Listen. Do you want me to prove you wrong or not?
My name is Shaka.
Your name is Shish kebab right now because you are a coward. Why you don't want to give me an email? I want you to read what the Muslims say about the verse.
I don't hide my face. You're the one hiding your face. Where are you
What face, you stupid idiot? Why you want to see my face now? Are you gay?
Which country you from?
Do you want me? I am in USA, you stupid idiot. I am your master. I am a Christian prince, and you are a Muslim. You are ashamed of your religion. You are a Muslim. You know what? I will shave my 24 years.
So at this point, he's accusing me of being a Muslim. Yeah, he was big mad, you know. I mean, everybody can hear. He was just shouting all over, you know what I'm saying? There's levels to this, you know what I'm saying? You know? With Gideon and Yara, you know what I'm saying? He will manage, you know what I'm saying? But not with me.
If you are not a Muslim, Abdul, and you are a shish kebab, and you don't dare to read what it says.
I'm not a Muslim.
Then you know what? If you are not a Muslim, say it right now. Listen. Prove to me that you are not a Muslim. Say Muhammad is a false prophet.
Muhammad is not a prophet. I'm not a Muslim. I don't believe in the Quran.
No, say Muhammad. Say to me.
I've never been a Muslim.
Say to me. Listen. Say to me.
I don't believe in Islam.
Then say to me, Muhammad. Say to me, Muhammad is a false prophet.
Not my prophet.
You know, I'm not asking you to be your prophet or not. Say to me, Muhammad is a liar, he's a false prophet.
No, that's what you're saying. What do you want?
No, you say, come on, prove to me. You see, you are a Muslim, Abdul. You are a Muslim, Abdul. I can say Muhammad is a false prophet.
You're saying that I'm a Muslim? You're saying that I'm a Muslim?
Okay, then prove to me. Say that Muhammad is a false liar prophet. Say it.
I'm not going to say that.
Why are you going to say that if you don't believe in Muhammad? If you don't believe in him, it means he's a false prophet.
Why are you false?
Because you are a false man. You are a Muslim Abdul. You are a coward. You don't dare even to say your religion. Then say Muhammad is a false prophet. Listen. Okay, just wait. Now we get you in the corner, Mr. Muslim Abdul Shish Kebab. We get you in the corner. To show everybody. My name is a Christian prince. I am your master. He is a false man. And listen carefully. Why you don't email me right now to give you the link so you can read it live on air?
Read it to you now.
No, I will make you read it yourself. No, I will make you read it yourself.
You just say, okay, read that email I sent you. That's not what you do.
No, I'm not going to make you read my email, you idiot. I am not going to make you read my email, you idiot. I want you to open the link for me, and you will read what you as a Muslim believe. That a free cannot be called cocaine.
YouTube account and send it to me now. Send it to me now on my YouTube account. It's Ibis Ali.
No, you email me. How about Ibis Ali? I can't understand even what you are saying. Give me an email. You know my account. You are the one who's calling me, so you know where you can find me in YouTube. Send me an account.
I'm not calling you an email. The email is
Abdul, Mr. Shish Kebab.
Don't you know my account in YouTube?
Shut up. My name is Shut Up.
Shish Kebab Abdul. Shish Kebab Abdul. Listen, don't you know my account in YouTube? Yes or no?
You're disrespectful to Africa.
I don't respect you. No, I don't respect you because you deny your religion. You call me saying you are a Muslim when you are a Muslim.
African man. I'm black. I'm black. I'm not Muslim. I'm an African.
So if you are a black, you're not a Muslim, what a joker you are. Listen, you are a Muslim and I challenge you to say Muhammad is a false prophet.
Listen, prove to me that you respect black people and tell me Shut Up.
I respect, not by calling your name Shaka. No, I call you Shish Kebab because you are a Shish Kebab. I say that to all the Muslims. White, you are white or black, I don't care. Listen, Abdul the coward. Abdul the coward. Your God Allah don't respect you. Your God Allah says, when they enter heaven, He will make all the black people white before they enter heaven because you don't accept the black people in heaven. Is that true?
Oh, so hold on, you're telling me that all the people who don't believe in Jesus, they will go to heaven?
All people who believe in Jesus, they will go to heaven. You will not. You believe in Muhammad.
Yes, the people.
You believe in Muhammad, you will go to hell.
Will they go to heaven?
You believe in Muhammad, you will go to hell. And don't change the topic. I ask you a question. I say.
No, I don't believe in Muhammad. I don't believe in Muhammad.
Then say Muhammad is a liar. Then say Muhammad is a liar. Yes, the Christian will go to heaven, and you will go to hell. You will go to hell, and Christian will go to heaven. But that's not a question. I ask you a question, Abdul, why you are changing the topic, you stupid coward? Why you are changing the topic? Let us go back. Abdul, the son of Muta. Let us expose you. You got busted. Yes, you will go to hell, and you will become a barbecue, and your ass will become red. Are you happy now? Now go back to the topic. Chapter 2. I want you to send me an email, and you will read for me how you Muslim believers that black people, listen, Shish Kebab, you are in the corner, you coward, you are in the corner, coward, you are a coward. I don't care about website. What is your website?
Show me your face if you're a coward. My face is
show me your face. Show me your face. Listen, I'm not so happy with your face. I'm not a gay. I'm not interested in your face, you idiot stupid. You see, each time I put you in the corner, you say to me, show me your face. Yeah, you want to kill me? Is that a threat?
No, I don't want to kill you, sir.
So what the face is about? What the face is about, you idiot? What the face is about then? Then go, I want you right now to read for me the book of Al-Jalalain. You want to open the email? No problem. Open chapter 2.
No, sir, I'm trying to explain to you.
No, don't explain to me. No, I do not need it. I do not need your explanation. Listen, you called me. Shish Kebab. Shish Kebab.
Everybody's like you.
Mr. Shish Kebab.
To answer all the emails.
Mr. Shish Kebab. Mr. Shish Kebab, you called me to prove to me
that I respect black people, respect African people.
I don't respect liars. I don't respect liars. I don't respect liars. I don't. You are a liar. Black or white, I don't care. I don't respect liars like you. Black or white, I don't care. Who care about your white ass? If it's white ass or red ass or black ass? You're stupid. You see, this is what the Muslims do. You are a coward. I want you right now to read for me chapter 2, verse 170. Stupid Abdul, coward, son of Muta. Read for me then. I don't care. Let us say you are a Hindu. You call me Hindu. Okay, Hindu guy. Okay, you are a Hindu. Okay, you are a Hindu. Right? Listen, I don't care. Don't respect me. I don't care. You call me to prove to me wrong about chapter 2. Shish Kebab, the liar. You called me. You keep changing the topic. You called me to prove me wrong about chapter 2. Verse. Shut up! Shut up, liar! Shut up and answer! Shut up and answer! You called me to prove me wrong about the chapter 2. Verse.
Now, for those who arrived recently, this is a Christian apology. This is an author, a Christian author, who goes by the name Christian Prince. His books are available on Amazon. Listen to how he speaks. Listen to how disrespectful. He was way more disrespectful than the Christian apologies I got on my panel a few days ago. Way more.
Verse 178. Why you don't want to do it no more?
What do I do? What, sorry?
You call me to prove me wrong regarding chapter 2, verse 117, correct?
I did. Didn't I prove you wrong?
No, you did not. You see the coward? He will not say Muhammad is a false prophet. but he's not a Muslim. Because this is the, but it's too late. You got busted. The first second he called me, I said to him, you potato, say to me then that your prophet Muhammad is a false prophet. Then we will know right away he's lying. He said to me, oh, I prove you wrong. Prove me wrong, where you idiot.
So at this point I bounced, but he wanted to give me a link to some, you know, interpretation or explanation about the Quran chapter 2, and I think he said verse 178. That's where he was wrong. You know, that's where he made a mistake. He says, you know, slave for the slave. He doesn't say black slave. You know, there's not even the word for black. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't his feelings. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get back. You know, that's a while ago. But you know, you're gonna hear that I'm gonna go back. He's gonna say, oh, he left. You know, I dare you to challenge me. I mean, listen to him.
Where? Here we go. This is Jalalain. In the front of my eyes and your eyes. A free white man will not be killed for killing a black slave man. And this is your Muslim translation.
That's not the Quran for the record. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. Well, that's definitely not the part that I was dealing with. You know, where he mistranslated. You know.
This is their translation. He proved me wrong. This stupid Abdul liar. And if I called him shish kebab, I'm not showing respect to the black people. You see, they play the race card. You see how filthy they are? It's like Obama. You say Obama is wrong or you hate the black people. Are you calling me shish kebab because I'm black? What a stupid idiot you are. He could not make it, he want to play a victim now. Amazing, man. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. I made a video. I made a video. Do you have the original? And he quoted for me a book I never heard of. It says they have 42 commandments. So what? Let us say they have 400 commandments. If that book says you should not murder, it's me my book copying it from them? What about the rest of the book? How come we are not copying all the book then? Only 10 we took from them, from the 42? Like what happened? Why wouldn't take the 42? Or the rest we don't like, maybe. I hope he will call back. Coward.
He hopes I call back.
So what? Egyptian Book of Funerals. A bunch of jokers. Oh, in your Bible, he cursed him because he's a black. You stupid idiot. He did not curse him because he was black. He cursed him because of what he did. Stupid liar. He was cursed for making fun of his father.
Once again, he says that Canaan or Ham, he says curse be Canaan, you know, but it says because he made fun of his father. Well, we didn't see that on Genesis chapter 9 verse 20 to 27, did we? And indeed it is Quran chapter 2 verse 178 that he mistranslated, you know. And he knew he mistranslated it, so he was trying to, you know, save face, basically.
Yeah, and he is not a Muslim, he is a black. Like it's a color to hide behind. Stupid dummy.
Listen.
Say to me, if you are not a Muslim, if you are honest, if you are not, if you are not.
So then that's when I called back.
don't believe me,
if you are an honest man, if you are,
everybody hearing me, look at the people in the chat.
I don't care. I don't care. Listen, what they know about you. You are shish kebab. I don't care. You are talking to me now. Prove to me that you are not Muslim.
Yeah, but don't be paternalistic.
Sir, Mr. Shish Kebab, Mr. Shish Kebab, Mr. Shish Kebab,
You said that I should download this. How do I download this?
Mr. Shish Kebab, what do you say about your prophet? He is a false prophet or a real prophet?
Can you say Shaka? Can you say Shaka?
Mr. Shaka Shish Kebab, what do you say about your prophet
No,
Muhammad?
please, say Shaka. Don't say
I don't respect liars. No, listen.
Is it a Christian thing, shish kebab, or a Christian thing?
No problem. You can call me whatever you want, but still you have to answer me. I answer you.
I'm telling you your name. Your name is Christian Priest. So do the same. Don't call me my name.
No. Okay, forget about your name. Now, don't change the topic. Muhammad is a real prophet, or he's a...
How can I download this? Because I want people to hear this exchange that we have here.
Sure. You will have it in the website, in my website. You will see it there.
No. Okay.
Now listen. In front of me, Abdul, Shish Kebab, listen. In front of me, Jalalain says,
No.
Listen, shut up. Listen, wait. In the Jalalain it says, in the Jalalain it says that if a free man kill a slave, a free man will not be killed.
Yeah, but I'm dealing with the Quran, not what that dude says. Okay.
What do you mean that dude? That dude is a Muslim scholar.
Yes, but he's not the author of the Quran.
Okay, who is the one explaining the Quran? Who is the one explaining the Quran to Muslims?
Can you stop screaming?
Who is the one? Listen, Shish Kebab. Who is the one explaining the Quran to Muslims?
No, Shaka. Can you say Shaka?
Yes, I'm saying. My tongue is very weird. I don't speak good English. So Shish Kebab, which one is the one who explained the Quran to Muslims?
No, listen.
Who is the one? Listen, Abdul. Who is the one who explained the Quran to Muslims?
Shaka. Can you say Shaka?
Okay, let me ask you then. Shaka or Jalalain is the one in charge of explaining the Quran? Give me a name.
The one who's trying to explain the Quran?
Yeah, who is the one have authority? Who is the one have authority to explain the Quran? I will give you 5 names. Mr. Shaka.
I don't know.
Listen, shut up. Don't tell me you don't know.
Oh,
don't tell me you don't know. Don't tell me you don't know, liar. Don't tell me you don't know. Don't tell me you don't know. You are a liar, Shish Kebab. Ibn Kathir, Jalalain, Al-Qurtubi, Al-Tirmidhi, or Mr. Shish Kebab. Listen, which one? I'm giving an answer. I will give you 5 names. Ibn Kathir, Al-Jalalain, Al-Qurtubi, Al-Tirmidhi, or Shish Kebab. Which one of them is authorized to explain the Quran?
According to who?
According to Muslims.
So you're telling me that all the Muslims in the world agree with any of those 5 people you're going to name?
Yes. Because I challenge you to show me. Because I challenge you, Abdul. Because if all the 5 scholars they agree, it means the Muslims agree. Because those are the scholars of Muslims. And if they agree, it's not my problem, Mr. Abdul. Shish Kebab, listen. Now I want to ask you, why the Muslims, Abdul, they're confused. Abdul, you're confused. Listen, why the Muslims, all of them agree that if a free man killed a slave, a free man will not be killed. Why the Muslims, don't change the topic. Why the Muslims agree? You're changing the topic. Abdul, listen.
What is the origin for the Bible?
You see the stupid Abdul, he's going to go back to the Bible now. The Bible in the front of my hand, this is the original. Do you have opposite to it? Your God Allah.
You don't use the word black. You lied to the people.
You are a liar, and I showed you the proof. I showed you the proof, you stupid Abdul. You just admit that all the Muslim scholars, you just admit, everybody heard you. Everybody heard you saying, Abdul, I used hadith. Guys, I use hadith, so I'm using the words of Muhammad against the word of Shish Kebab. Do you believe it? Just shut up. Just wait. Take a break. Shut up. Listen, Abdul, Shish Kebab. Just wait. I will put you in hold. Don't force me. Don't force me to put you in hold. Just wait. You just said I used hadith to prove my point. So I used the word of Muhammad. Shut up, son of Mut'a, shish kebab. You just said I used hadith, the words of Muhammad against your words. So you are saying Muhammad is a liar now?
I'm saying that you lied.
Are you saying Muhammad is a liar because Muhammad says that?
Muhammad said what?
In the video I showed you, did I show you things Muhammad said about the black people?
About the dog? Black people are dog? Please.
Listen. Why the black dog will be killed? Give me a reason.
Why the black people are cursed?
No. The black people are not cursed. This is a lie. Don't change the topic. Don't want to change the topic. Stupid Abdul. Liar. The Bible never cursed the black people. Abdul the liar. The Bible never cursed the black people. The Bible cursed the one who did something. Listen, shish kebab. Son of Mut'a, listen. Your Quran and your Prophet said that kill the black dog because he is a devil. The black dog, he is a devil. Why the black dog is a devil? Answer me as a Muslim.
I don't know, I'm not a Muslim.
So, are you agreeing that Muhammad is a racist then? Are you agreeing that Muhammad... Now listen, I want you to answer. Why the black dog is a devil? I want an answer. Don't you think Muhammad is being a racist?
I don't know.
No. Give me an answer. Why the black dog? Okay, then give me an answer. Do you think that Muhammad, when he said that, he's being stupid?
Do
you agree with me? Do you agree with me that when Muhammad said the black dog is a devil, he is being stupid? Do you agree?
Is that in the Quran, sir?
It's in the Hadith, you idiot, stupid.
There we go. So that's not the Quran.
So the Hadith says that, and Muhammad says that. I'm not talking about Quran now. I'm saying Muhammad said in the Hadith, you idiot, that the black dog.
Now that's a guy who did not want to deal with the Talmud, right? The Talmud is not the Bible. So now he wants to deal with the Hadith. You know what I'm saying? So one thing you can see is that you shouldn't do the dance of your opponents. You know what I'm saying? And that guy was very disrespectful all over the place. And it's just sad, you know. But you ask Christians, because they share the same religion, a great deal of them, you know, will praise that guy, you know. Why? Because he's familiar with the Arabic language. And a few days ago, you've seen that there was this Christian apologist from England, and he had a brother in faith who is from Saudi Arabia and who also is obviously an Arabic speaker. So he must be very helpful to them in order to deal with, you know, Islam and translations and so on. Now that guy from Saudi Arabia, it was not disrespectful, even though he wrote in the comment that I seem arrogant, you know, but you know, I ain't losing sleep over it. But when he was on my panel, he didn't say that, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But that Christian Prince dude, he kind of, you know, steps out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It's just really off, completely off, you know. And I think, now I don't remember, I have a feeling he did not let that stuff being down, you know, available for download, right? And it's one of his followers that sent me the exchange that we had, you know. I think that, you know, looking back, if he has any sense, any dignity, then he will regret his behavior, you know what I'm saying? Now, if he doesn't, it means he's completely off, you know, but hey.
Shut up. Talmud is not our book, you stupid. The Hadith is the book of Muslims. You see how stupid you are? You see how stupid you are? You come to me with my book. Talmud is not my book. The Hadith is the book of Muslims, and this is what's written by Muslims. And this is correct Hadith. So when Muhammad said,
they don't agree on.
No, they agree. I told you. Listen, Abdul, this is a Sahih book because this is from the correct Hadith. I changed from the one.
Okay, I'm not allowed to put links in the chat room.
Stupid Abdul, this is Pai talk, not me. TikTok don't allow anyone except the admins to post links. Now answer me. Because you are a stupid Abdul liar. Now answer. Can you show me one mullah? Can you show me, listen, Cat, can you show me one mullah says the hadith about the black dog? Can you show me? Abdul potato, coward. Son of bitch, he's saying to me, son of bitch. The one who do mutah saying to me that.
For the record, and he's written, I did not call him a son of a whatever he said. You know what I'm saying? That's his imagination. You know.
The hadith which saying the black dog is a devil. The Muslim says some hadiths are not accepted. Is it? I challenge you to show me where it says that. I challenge you to show me one place, one mullah say that hadith is not correct. You stupid liar. Shish kebab. Let him stay in the room. Shish kebab. Coward liar. You don't dare to debate me, Mr. Shaka. Your prophet, when he said the black dog is a devil, is he being stupid and silly? Do you dare to say that? Shaka, shish kebab, I am here every day and I kick ass every day and I made your ass red. You are a coward and you are a Muslim, and everybody now will hear you saying that you are not a Muslim. You are denying your religion because you fear us, because you fear the truth. Huh? You decide to deny Allah, to deny Muhammad because you fear to say I'm a Muslim, because you're ashamed. Ashamed. Oh man, are you? Are you? I said to you, when Muhammad said the black dog is the devil, is Muhammad being stupid? Are you man enough to say yes, this is stupid? Are you man enough to say that the one who say a black dog is a devil, are you man enough to say he is a stupid? Or what he's worried about? Can I download this guy? This guy, he told his wife maybe, or his girlfriend, I'm going to talk to Christian Prince. I will prove it to you. I will talk to him. He's dreaming about it. He kept, when I can download this? When I can download this? You know, like Muhammad. Do you want me to squeeze you too? Maybe that will activate your, huh? Do you need squeezing? Because your prophet, he needs to be, you know, 3 times squeezing to be activated as a prophet. Where we can download this? Where we can? Answer me, you liar, coward. Are you ashamed of your prophet? When your prophet said the black dog is a devil, is he being stupid, silly, racist or not? Or you are not a Muslim but you don't dare to say Muhammad is a liar? Is that because you are a coward? Is that because you are a coward? What do you think, guys? If he isn't a Muslim and he don't dare to say Muhammad is a false prophet, it's mean he's a coward, because the one who rejects to be a Muslim, he don't believe in Muhammad is a prophet, which means automatically he believes he's a false prophet, correct? So one of two, either you are a coward, you don't dare to say it, or you are a liar. Choose one. Which one is yours, shish kebab? Open another season? What season you Egypt, stupid? Are you the winter guy? Secession. Learn to read. I'm ignorant like your prophet. I don't know how to read. Did I tell you that? I'm like your prophet. Like Muhammad, the one who said the black dog is the devil. They asked him, prophet, what's the difference between a black dog and a blonde dog? He said the black dog is the devil. Really? Really? The blonde dog is an angel? No, we don't respect shish kebab, Mr. Shashu. Liar. And you know what? In the front of the room, again, I will ask you for the last time to prove yourself to be an honest man. The man who say the black dog is a devil, do you dare to say he is a stupid silly? Do you dare to say that, shish kebab? Let me ask people in the room, and I will see how many in here are coward and how many in here are brave. How many of them they are coward like you? People in the room, if you think the one who said the black dog is a devil, he is a racist, stupid, silly, give me one. If you think he is not racist, give me two. Everyone is giving one except Mr. Shish Kebab, the liar. I am the one who is scared. Why? I'm the one who hang up on you, or you are the one who hang up and run like a puppy? Or you are the only Muslim? You poor guy. You are the only one who believes that the black dog is a devil? Okay, well, good for us. We love black dogs and blonde dogs, doesn't matter. Black dog is a devil? Why? If we change his color, he will be a good boy? Huh? Shish kebab. If we dye the hair of the dog, we make it a blonde, he will enter heaven? Huh? I challenge any Muslim to call us right now, shish kebab or his mother or his daughter or his cousin, and tell us why the black dog is the devil. And as long as you are in the room, Mr. Shish Kebab, here we go. This is a Jalalain, you stupid idiot liar. A Jalalain, agree with me, you stupid liar. He left? You don't want to see it, huh? Coward. Any brave Abdul in here? Anyone here think the black dog is a devil? Stupid racist nation, the nation of Muslims?
So he went on for another 5 minutes, but for those who wonder, I'm sharing the link in the chat and I can call it a day. But he was having a sad monologue after I left. If you make a mistake, just admit it. Don't need to dance like him or others. Stay safe, stay healthy. If I'm allowed to by the nature, I will definitely holler back at you. I don't argue, I state facts. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. If you do not think right, you will not act right. If you know better, you will do better. Do I do Anicheru? Hotep.
Now, for the record, for those who don't know, I'm giving middle nature classes. And here, that's the flyer. Okay? So, those who are interested, feel free to holler at me. If you're not interested, it's cool. But I recommend that everybody who has not yet seen the video, Kemet and Ma'at, Before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, then watch it. It has about 300,000 views and really deserves to have a lot more.
I just want to let everyone know who's listening in now and who's going to listen to this stream in the future. I just had my first Meta Nature class by Brother Shaka today, and I've had other Meta Nature lessons by other teachers, and I can tell you right now, the brother is the best in the game. He is that was one of the best classes I've ever had, ever. So if you're interested in learning the Meta Nature, if you're interested in getting the basics of it, Brother Shaka is an awesome teacher. Get with him, and it's extremely affordable. This brother is giving us his time and his skills and he's basically giving it away. I mean, I just consider it a donation. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody's interested in learning the meta nature, get with this brother right here. He's an awesome teacher. And I'll end with that.
Hotep Senu, Hena Senut. This is Julie, also known as Servant of Yah, and I'm currently taking the Medu Neture classes with Brother Shaka, and it has been an amazing experience. Only 2 lessons so far, and I feel like I've been taking the classes for months, just with the how in depth he goes into the vocabulary words, the construction of the language, the grammar. It's been immeasurable, the experience. And one thing that comes across, hands down, is his extreme passion for teaching this to anyone who is willing to learn and has an interest in learning. So I highly suggest, if you are interested, even a minimal interest, that you subscribe to the classes with Brother Shaka. It's such a nominal amount for how much you get. I know, like, our last class was over 2.5 hours. It felt like 2 minutes, but because that's how, involved you are in what he's teaching and how he teaches and how compassionate he is about what he teaches. Also with sharing materials free of charge, no question, no doubt. It's just what he does. He doesn't have to, but he does. And so I just wanted to give a short testimonial about the class and the effectiveness of the class, and all of that is attested to how studied Brother Shaka is. So I highly recommend anyone with a minimal interest that you do sign up for the Medu Neture class. Hotep.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is Ma'at Forever. Don't forget to watch the video entitled Kemet and Ma'at. Don't forget to share Kemet and Ma'at on my channel on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or other social media that you use. Email, text messages, you name it. Those who wish to donate can do so on paypal.me/Ma'at Forever.